Hello students, so today we will continue lesson 6 CSS cascading style sheet, and today we will discuss the new topic, that is the font properties. So see, in the CSS provides us various font properties and which help us in setting the appearance of the individual characters in a line of text. Like you can set the font style, you can set the font size, font weight, etc. These CSS font properties include font family, font style, font weight, font size, font stretch, and font variant. These are the different CSS properties. Now, what is the font family? Now, the font family specifies the preferred choice for the font of a particular element on a web page. It contains a list of font family names, followed by generic family names, and all separated by the commas. So, the generic family name is optional. That is not mandatory, you have to write, but it is advisable to add it as the last value in the list. Means if you are adding so many values for the font family, and in the last you can add its generic name. If suppose whatever the name you have given in the list is not supported by that browser, so by default it will support the any value of the generic family. So it will pick a similar font from the generic font family, and this property accepts two values. So most of the values is supported by the most of the browser supports the values of the generic family. Like family name is the name of a font, is its family name, like Georgia, Helvetica, Arial, all these are the family name. And the generic family name is are a group of family names that have the uniform appearance. So a group of the family which have the same type of the appearance of the characters, same type of the appearance of the letters, are grouped into one group that is called the generic family. For example, cursive, monospace, and sans serifs both belongs to the both all these three families. Writing style is same, so all these three belong to the same generic family. Syntax, you can see how you write the how you set the font properties. See, every declaration in the CSS is written first attribute, and after there is the colon and the value you write. See, font family, family name, and the generic family name you can write. See here, uh, for the paragraph element, font family colon, and the family name is the Arial, Vardhana, and sans serif is the generic family name. This is the last name of the list. Here again the generic family names are serif, sans serif, cursive, fantasy, and monospace. These are the generic family, and the family name is the name of the desired font which you want. So according to these examples, the browser will first try the first font family mentioned in the list. If not available, the second option it will try. If suppose first name family name is not supported by the browser, it will try the second. If second will also not support, so it will try the sans serif. If none of the font family is available, the browser will resort to its default generic family name. Now in a font family, name has white spaces or any other special symbol, so it must be specified in the quotation mark using internal style CSS. As generic family names are keywords, therefore they should not be quoted. See the internal style sheet, if you are there is a white space in the name of the a family, so you should give the white space. If there is the space in the family name monotype Corsiva, so you have to give the space inside the double quotation mark. Next is the font style. So font style property allows the text to be displayed in one of the three ways. There are three different ways the text can be displayed. One is the normal, second is it should be the italic or oblique within a font family. So italic fonts are generally cursive, whereas oblique displays the sloped version of the regular font. So there will be some tilt on each character letters. Each letter will be tilted with some angle. In the oblique, if not a label, if no font labeled as italic is available and the oblique version is picked up by the browser, and vice versa. Oblique style is less supported by the browser, so many browsers are there which is not supporting the oblique style. See the syntax how you set the font style. First you use write the attribute font style colon and put the value. So value for the font style you can use normal, italic or oblique. Three values are allowed. As you see here the example H1. So we are writing the rule for the H1 element, heading 1 element, font style, value is the oblique. Now as an internal style sheet how we write for the H1 style equals to double quotation mark font family Georgia Times New Roman serif. Now second declaration is the font style oblique. This is the inline CSS style. So now I will tell you something about the exam and about the practical exam both. So this time your half yearly exam of the computer will be of 50 marks and the practical exam of the 50 marks. So both 50 plus 50 will be the 100. So in the practical exam that is distributed in the 50 marks is distributed in practical. So maybe this time if the practical will not be conducted, so that marks will also be given on the project file and the report file. So this time you have to prepare two files. One is the application report file and the other is the project file. That you can get the information at the beginning of the book on the page number 8. At the beginning you will get there is given the syllabus. But again I am telling you. So in that you have to write in the report file you have to write an HTML codes. So on one page you write the one HTML code and also you create its output and arrange the file as you have done in the class 9. So you are aware how to create a file. So one cover page is needed and after the cover page the second page uh, you add, that is the second page you can add as the certificate page. In the certificate page you have to mention that it is to certify that Mr. the student name, class this, roll number has done or has attended the practical exam. So that style, that format to what you have to write on the certificate page that you can get on any uh, practical book. That is written in the certificate page. You can find there. So from there you can see what you have to write. That things means in any class 11th, 12th, you will purchase a practical copy notebook. In that you can get the page of certificate page. So that thing you have to write. Or over the net also you can get the certificates. After that you can second page will be the index page. And index you write the content. Index you write on the left hand side you write the heading name and the right hand side you will write the page number. As you see the index are given in the books. Now after that content page, index page, that will be the introduction page which is called the preface, and after preface, in the preface you will give the introduction about your report file or your project. Now after the preface you write the acknowledgement. In the acknowledgement page you have to write the thanking words to your school and for your subject teacher who is teaching you, and after that acknowledgement you will place your all HTML files which you have written on the sheet, all HTML programs and its output in a sequence manner, and after that in the project you will add the bibliography page in which you will give the information about all the sources from where you have taken the help, like your book name which you have studied, like any other book which you have taken the help, and the last page will be the conclusion in which you will write about the uh, what you have understand, what you have learned after doing this, after completing this assignment, this report file or this project. So that you mention in the conclusion. But in the report file, don't write the bibliography. That is not required in the report file. Only the bibliography you add in the project file. Now in the project, you have to create one website. Many projects, 4 or 5 projects are given in the book. At the end, you can find HTML project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4. From there, you can take the help. So you create a website, and that website should contain at least 5 web pages, and the end one more web page, 6 web page. At the end, one more web page you add, that is the form page, in which you have to take the remarks, comment from the visitors who is visiting your website. Okay, so like this you create it, and before the half yearly exam, please submit it, because if you submit the timely, so it will be checked. So that's why the marks will be given you timely. So this is all for the today, students. If there is any confusion regarding that, you can ask me in this school. This is all for today. Thank you for your kind attention.